Ant keeping? What's that? What do you mean by keeping ants? If these are some of the questions wandering in your mind right now, you've just found the right video. Let's get right into it. Hi guys. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the Bruma Ants channel. As you just heard from the intro of the video, today we're going to learn what ant keeping is, and why so many people are starting to keep ants as little pets. First of all, let's start by exploring the basic aspects of this unusual but ever-growing practice. So, what is ant keeping? In a nutshell, ant keeping is nothing more than a term to indicate the hobby of keeping ants as pets. Yeah, you heard that right, ants as pets. All around the world, more and more people are starting to join this amazing and underrated hobby, discovering the fascinating world of ants from the comfort of their homes. Ant keeping offers a unique glimpse into the natural and uncontaminated world, a completely different experience if compared to adopting a more traditional pet. Unlike dogs or cats, ants can bring a little bit of wildness directly into our homes. One of the amazing aspects of this not so popular hobby is that it enables us to do that in an organized and controlled manner, allowing us to observe ants' natural behaviors and societal structures without the risk of being invaded by them. This hobby is not just about watching ants. It's about creating and maintaining the best possible environment for them to thrive, enabling us to observe their daily activities, complex behaviors, and the explosive growth of ant colonies. This unusual hobby started to become mainstream in the mid-1950s, thanks to the famous entrepreneur Milton Levine. As a kid, he liked to watch the ants work relentlessly all day long, digging tunnels in his backyard and going up and down the driveway in search of food. As an adult, he created one of the best-selling toys of all time, the Uncle Milton's Ant Farm. The ant farm was built using the so-called sandwich ant nest setup, which consists of two transparent panels placed together, separated by a small space filled with dirt. With this cool type of setup, the ant keeper can watch the ants dig tunnels in the dirt, and can clearly see everything that happens inside the formicarium without disturbing or stressing the ants. The toy was so successful, that during the next 2 decades, Levine sold over 12 million of them. Since then, this particular hobby has grown at a steady pace, evolving from a simple kid pastime, to an actual hobby enjoyed by thousands of people all around the world. In the last few years, the hobby saw an unusual explosion in popularity among the general public. The viral contagion was so big, that now there are actual companies specialized in building and selling products dedicated to ant keeping. Nests, ant food, accessories, and even the ants themselves. Every year more and more companies start to dedicate their entire time to facilitating the job of the ant keepers, creating amazingly engineered products and services, and attracting more and more people to the hobby. The innovation in ant keeping products keeps reaching new heights, with companies offering customizable ant farms that mimic natural habitats, advanced hydration systems to maintain optimal moisture levels, and even ready-to-adopt ant colonies to kickstart your ant keeping journey. Thanks to this impressive evolution, starting this hobby from scratch has never been easier. Beginner ant keepers can now easily find a never-ending amount of valid resources online, including forums, social media groups, and instructional videos, making it simpler than ever to get started. The community aspect of ant keeping has also flourished, with enthusiasts from all over the world sharing tips, experiences, and advice, enhancing even more the appeal and accessibility of this underrated hobby. If the idea of catching a queen ant and starting your personal ant colony intrigues you, you will definitely like my tutorial about this exact topic. In this other video, I explain in detail everything you need to know to catch your first queen ant. From understanding what is a nuptial flight and how to spot them, to creating the best possible founding environment for your newly caught queen ant, in the video I cover every key topic of this essential ant keeping phase. But why this obsession with keeping ants as pets? After all, there are much better animals to keep as pets. Right? Well, there are many reasons to choose to keep ants instead of other animals. Let's find out. Why ants? Let's start with the most basic but important reason. Ants are truly extraordinary and fascinating creatures. These tiny animals exhibit extremely complex behaviors and incredibly intricate social structures, and can teach us a ton of stuff about a lot of different topics. Think about teamwork, organization, and all about the natural world in which they live. Observing the ants engage in their daily routines offers a glimpse into the wonders of biodiversity, highlighting the crucial role that every organism plays in the giant structure of the ecosystem. There are hundreds of different species of ants around the world, and each and every one of those is different from the others and has its own peculiar characteristics. Some have giant heads, which they use to break seeds and eat the tasty part inside. Some have the ability to spray a particular type of acid to defend themselves, and some are actual farmers, creating tiny farms of aphids, which they milk to get their extremely sweet honeydew. It's fascinating to watch the ants' behaviors. How they organize inside the colony, how they find food, how they build their nest from scratch, and how they care for the queen, the mother of all the ants in the colony. You can learn a lot of things just by watching the ants. Ants are not just fascinating for their complex societies and behaviors, they also provide an opportunity for educational and scientific observation. By keeping ants, you can learn everything about their life cycle, from the founding of a new colony by a single queen, to the growth and development of the colony into a giant and prosperous ant empire. You get to witness firsthand how ants communicate, forage for food, and defend their nest. This can be especially enlightening for kids, as it offers a hands-on learning experience about the amazing world of nature and biology. But not only that. Apart from all these fantastic aspects, ant keeping can also be a very effective form of relaxation and stress relief. Watching these tiny creatures go about their daily tasks can be surprisingly calming and meditative. It's a chance to disconnect from the fast-paced digital world and reconnect with nature, right inside your home. Another reason to keep ants as pets is that they are extremely satisfying. Starting a colony from a single queen is an amazing achievement. Watching the colony grow from a couple of workers to more than 1,000 ants gives you an awesome feeling. The ants grow with you, and considering that some queen ants live more than 15 years, they can be a big part of your life. When it comes to practicality and time management, ants need several orders of magnitude less maintenance than traditional pets. They don't require daily walks, grooming, or vet visits. This important aspect makes them an ideal choice for people who love animals but don't have the time, space, or resources to care for a more demanding pet. Now, I know what you might be thinking, isn't it risky to keep ants as pets? Won't they escape and infest my home? Well, up until a few years ago that could have been an important point to consider, but not today. Today there are lots of companies solely specialized in making professional ant keeping equipment, such as nests and outworlds. Modern ant farms and formicariums are specifically designed to securely contain ants, making it almost impossible for your cute little friends to escape from their enclosure and invade your home. If you're not already completely sure about this unusual practice, I would strongly suggest you check out the video I made about this exact topic. This video is all about explaining all the reasons and answering all the questions on why you should keep these tiny animals as actual pets. So, what do you think? Have you changed your mind? Even if you still think the idea of keeping ants as pets is a little bit absurd and weird, why not give it a try? I'm pretty sure you will change your mind once you get the colony going. If you're new to ant keeping and want to be sure to start this hobby the best possible way, I would strongly suggest you check out this other video. This is a complete and detailed starting guide to ant keeping, explaining everything you need to know to move your first steps in this amazing and underrated hobby. See you soon in another video.